pulled out the mic today because my daughter is in the back watching Miss Rachel. She watches on our drives just to keep her calm. And the AC is also pretty high because it is hot today. But just want to share currently where I'm sitting at. So I am trying to lose weight and I have run into a little bit of a roadblock. So I currently have an injury, which really sucks. And I have been feeling really discouraged about it. So I have an accountability partner, and I just been telling her that, I'm finally locked in. I finally have a rhythm and routine. So I've been trying to go on walks every day, no matter what. And it's more than just trying to lose weight. It's really a lot for my mental health as well. Getting that time outside really does help, and I'm trying to enjoy it because it's already 80 degrees and it's not even May yet. And so I know that once we start hitting May and June, we're going to start climbing into the hundreds. And in Vegas, you literally can't go outside unless you're swimming in July, August, and halfway through September. So I really am feeling disappointed. I'm feeling discouraged. So my ankle started flaring up. I don't know, maybe a little over a week ago. And so I took the whole weekend to rest and recover and even minimizing the amount of housework I'm doing because I have stairs, so I have to go up and down a lot. And I've been using KT tape, I've been icing it, I've been using electrical therapy on it, I've been using heating pad, like everything that I can, ibuprofen as necessary. And it's just is there's not a lot of give. And so now I can't walk and I'm 31. So recovering from injuries is not anything like when you are in your 20s where you recover super fast. And so I like it sucks. It sucks. And it's taking a lot longer. And, my husband, he's just like, you have to take a break. You need to stay off of it. And so I did get a walking pad. So when it does get hot outside, I can still walk somehow. I can just put it in my backyard. Our backyard stays pretty cool. There's a giant tree hanging over it. And then, I have a mini stair stepper. So I might try that and see if it just minimizes the amount of weight that's on my ankle. But again, I just don't want to keep re injuring myself. And it's the same ankle that I have sprained multiple times. And so I think that's partly why it's flaring up, is just from old injuries. So, yeah, I mean, I did rest and I didn't walk or anything for like 5 or 6 days. And I haven't gone up in weight, but I did go down in inches, which is really interesting. So I think that resting did help my body rest and recuperate the way that it needed to. So I think I do need to be better about incorporating rest days, even with active rest, maybe instead of trying to walk, doing some kind of light yoga or, something like that. But all that to say, I think instead of focusing on trying to get in my walks, to let my foot rest because obviously it's going to take more time than just a week, as I've seen. So, what I'm thinking is maybe doing a combination of Pilates and then focusing on strength training, minimizing the amount of lower body strength training I'm doing. I usually do one lower body day, one upper body day, one full body day. So, what I might have to do is things that don't use that ankle and tendon area because it's the inner part of my ankle, and that tendon that goes from the knee. I always forget the name, but it's like the tibial tendon. And so it goes from your knee all the way down the inside of the shin to your arch and around the ankle. So, um, something maybe like deadlifts where I'm not flexing into that joint. Really just trying to find things that still use some kind of the strength. And there are exercises I can do, like uh, calf lifts to help strengthen the area without furthering the injury. But I might just have to focus on doing a lot of upper body, um, and then Pilates or yoga, something like that, just for the time being. And as much as I hate it, just really honing into my nutrition. So really being aware of what I'm eating. I have been calorie counting. I did take a week off, um, like I said, to rest and just, I did not want to stress myself out even more. I'm already feeling discouraged. I did not want to make myself feel bad by counting calories and being so aware of everything. I'm like, if I'm going to rest, I'm just going to rest. So what I'm thinking is um, calorie counting, but also being aware my child is teething. She's nursing a lot more than usual. So when they teeth and you're breastfeeding, they are constantly seeking comfort. So we have been not sleeping super great. And so sometimes when she's nursing more, my calorie intake is going to change. So right now, in order for me to lose weight, I'm eating at about my maintenance, like just from my resting metabolic rate, is around 1700 calories. And so it's going to change every day based on how much I'm moving, but how much she's breastfeeding. So I try to allot myself an extra 300 to 500 calories based on her needs, because if I'm not eating enough, she's not getting enough, especially when she's not really eating normal food because her mouth is hurting, or she was feeling a little under the weather this weekend, which it probably was good that I was resting, because she did need that extra care. And so I'm just really trying to make adjustments based on her needs and mine. But I did just want to share that there are going to be roadblocks, and it sucks, especially when you're like, okay, I'm finally going to do it. I'm finally going to lose the weight. And something like this happens where you really can't control the fact that your body is not cooperating, or that your body is flaring up, or that you have inflammation, or and you can't just magically make it go away. It's not like I'm 20 years old and I recover in 3 days. I it takes time, and as we get older, it gets harder. And so just really trying to be aware of my body and listen to my husband's advice. He has had many injuries with his legs. And so, and he is a person who also keeps doing things when he's injured and then just makes it worse, where he'll be out for weeks and weeks because the pain is so bad. I'm hoping that it will clear up maybe in a couple of weeks, but I think I just have to take this time to really focus on my nutrition, being aware of my protein and macro intake, because I was really focused on protein because, again, with the breastfeeding, but I realized I'm eating way too much fat, and my body does not like when I do that. So as women, we have to eat fat because it helps with our hormone regulation. However, I was eating way more fat than anything else. And so just focusing more on lean proteins, lean meats, instead of things that are also high in fat, because me and my husband have been enjoying a little too many steaks. They're good, but we like the fatty ones. And so I'm just gonna have to really be aware of what I'm doing and the choices I'm making, and then just strength building, which obviously I know that strength training and Pilates and things like that are so good for me. And in the long run, you do burn more calories than just cardio. But I love walking. I love spending time outside, and I want to enjoy it before it gets too hot. Um, and so just trying to find ways around it, trying to figure out a way to um, best incorporate these things into my daily life and routine to meet my goals. Um, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. And the lowest weight I've sat at so far was, I think it was 181.8 or 2. I would have to check. I can't remember off the top of my head. So the last time I checked my weight, though, I'm at 182.5. And that was after resting. And so I'm still down 5 pounds. I'm still feeling good about that portion, that the weight is coming off slowly but surely. Um, but I'm just going to have to work a little harder and make some adjustments. Um, Not work harder, work differently, work smarter in order to meet my goals while I'm not able to get outside, or while I'm not able to use my ankle as often. So, um, just going to share some of that. Anyways, let's have a good week, and I'll show some workouts and stuff from this week as well. I'm going to try to do some strength training and Pilates today, once the weather cools down a little bit, because I'm going to do it in the backyard. But yeah, that's where we're at.
So, just a note I wanted to make before showing all the workouts is I'm not always going to have a clean backyard. My husband does a lot of work from home, and we have tons of his work products here. And I have a toddler, and let's just be real, no one cleans their backyard every day. And so sometimes I go to the gym, sometimes I work it at home, but I think a big excuse that we use is you'll do it when everything is perfect and when everything is exactly the way you want to. And we see X, Y, or Z person on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok, and their home is perfect and clean and shiny, and that's just not realistic. I mean, literally, these are all the toys and some of the boxes. I'm not even show the rest because it's so crazy in our backyard. But I'm not ashamed that I'm still willing to work out in the mess. I'm gonna find a way to get it done, whether there's mess or not. I used to always be a person who wanted everything to be perfect before I did it. So I never actually did anything, because if you wait for something to be perfect, it's never gonna get done. So there's no shame in the game. There's no shame in having a messy house every once in a while. I spent the whole day yesterday cleaning. Can you tell when you go in my house right now? Probably not. So this is just real life, and I want to be real. I don't want to pretend like my house is cleaner than it is, or that we're more put together than we are, because we are human. And okay, so I looked into some ankle injury friendly leg workouts. So that is what we're going to try to do today, to hopefully still strengthen our legs, but without furthering my injury. So let's see how this goes. So my Monstera right here, she's growing a little out of control, and you can see all those aerial roots. So we're gonna move her from a 6-inch to an 8-inch pot. So this is our bin where we keep all of the plant and yard stuff. So let's go ahead and repot her and see what she'll look like. I forgot to record our lunch. We had all-you-can-eat sushi today. So we tried a new spot. What's it called?
Sushi Neko.
So good. I think, I don't know, this might be the new favorite spot. They're owned by Sakana.
Ah.
That's why. Well, it was delicious. We had a lot of food, although we tried not to overeat. But I would have.
Oh.
So good. And for dessert, they have ice cream macarons. So good. I wish I would have taken pictures or video, but we were just too into the food, and it was amazing. So today I spent pretty much the entire day cleaning our house. Desperately needed. Did not get a workout in. I am actually about to go to a women's event at our church, and I'm really excited. We'll see how it goes. And then we'll get a workout in tomorrow. So not a big deal. My ankle does feel like it's healing, although it's a little sore. But I got like 6,000 steps in just from cleaning, and I'm feeling all right. I got some KT tape on, and yeah, so we're gonna go to this event and see how it goes. These are for you guys. Good morning. It is Saturday. I had the women's event last night, and it was amazing. I had such a great time. It's been a while since I went out and socialized, so it was very much needed. It was a Women of Influence event. So basically she just went over relational skills, communication skills, how we can lead like Jesus, and how even though we are called to bring disciples to the Lord, we are also called to create other leaders. So the premise is that you can't be a good leader unless you make other leaders. I'm on a walk right now, and the tires are kind of sticking. Let's see if I can do this, because there's so many flowers on there. But this is my first walk in like 2 weeks. The weather is beautiful. It's so cloudy, which I love because normally it's so hot. It's my first walk in about 2 weeks. My ankle is feeling a lot better today than it has in a while. I'm trying to take it easy. So right now I've been walking for almost a mile. No pain. It's mostly just been a little sore the last couple of days. I've been taking it pretty easy. I did do a lot of housework yesterday, but it really needed to get done. Having a toddler, you really have to clean often because they just make a mess of everything. I'm gonna get in some kind of workout today. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do. Maybe some kind of full body. Again, with my ankle, I'm being careful with some of the lower body exercises. I don't want to make the injury worse. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now, but I'm feeling better. Oh my gosh. So many flowers. I'm gonna have an allergy attack after this. Thing about Vegas is we have a couple kinds of trees, and the ones that we do create ridiculous amounts of pollen. And so it's beautiful, but you usually have an allergy attack after. But I'm excited to be on my walk. I'm excited to get a workout in. I did treat myself with some snacks this week. I had a cupcake. We went to all you can eat sushi, and I don't regret any of it. I was down another pound, but I don't record until Sunday, so I'm gonna wait and see what happens. And I have been taking electrolytes and creatine every day, which I really think has helped a lot with the muscle recovery. And I try to take electrolytes because it does help with breastfeeding, but I also just live where it's really hot, and so I think that people who live in hot climates should just take electrolytes because we're very in need of it. Anyways, I will record my workout. I really just tried to focus a lot on workouts this week as opposed to just food. I really wasn't super great about recording everything that I ate, just a couple of things here and there. I've been kind of sticking with the same stuff, so maybe I'll try and change it up next week, try to get more of that in. I think it's starting to rain right now. If you haven't gotten outside time, try to get some. It's starting to get really hot, so have to take advantage of some of the nice days when we can. So when it's rainy in Vegas, I will take advantage of it. Yeah, so that's our update as of Saturday. My husband and I were supposed to go on a date, but his foot's been bothering him. My husband also suffers with leg injuries. So we are just going to spend the day at home, just make it chill and easy. And yeah, I think my in-laws are going to come over, and we'll probably just end up watching a couple movies, making some dinner. Yeah, so Saturdays are kind of a Sabbath for us. just try to keep it really mellow. And okay, we got in about a little over 2 miles. Took almost an hour, but we just took it nice and easy.